we're so fortunate, I said, to have Alan and Jane here, and especially to have Jane willing to carry, as she transitioned to workforce development, to carry the role of the safety monitor and to have us with monthly safety updates. Not every organization gets that, so we appreciate all of your attention and listening while Jane is there. Regardless of any issue, we always learn something. And this one in particular, I know a lot of folks were going, oh, you know, and we didn't know. So this one, probably 5 or 6 things came out that we were not aware of. So it is just an extra responsibility for Alan and Jane, and you know, I personally appreciate it, and I know Kathy does too, and the other division chiefs. So Jane, thank you very much for that. Okay. You're welcome. Are there anything else before we go to any DTC Columbus issues? Anything from the our Forward Presence and Philadelphia team? Any questions you have?
No, I don't have any. Thank you.
Debbie,
Okay.
can Elba do the
Oh,
NSPS
yes.
weather still on?
Absolutely. We have I'm sorry, we have Elba to provide an NSPS update for all of us. So Elba, my apologies.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am wearing red. You just see blue. Anyway. We just want to give a brief update on NSPS. NSPS training started on October 15th in the Fort Belvoir area, and it's been proceeding as scheduled. We have completed, for this week, 45 classes already, and it's been hitting that Fort Belvoir and Columbus, Richmond, Battle Creek, New Cumberland, and Philadelphia. Those are what we call the high density areas. The last week of November, we're taking a break next week. There's going to be no training next week. But the last week of November, we're going to start in the areas, the other CONUS area, which we call the medium density, which is areas that the training will take less than 5 weeks to complete training on those areas. And we're going to have training in Texarkana, Oklahoma, and what's the other one? Just Texarkana and Oklahoma. And we're going to start training in CONUS the first week of December, which is in Hawaii and Germany. I've sent the training schedule for Columbus and Dayton because we're also giving training in Dayton, and I know that some of you live in Dayton. I sent the training schedule to your division chief, and it is also posted in the DLA website. So you can go there and you can see the training schedule for all the different locations, to include CONUS and to include the medium density sites. Okay. If you want to go to Dayton, I would suggest that you talk to your supervisor and see how you can work it out, because for employees it's only 1.5 days, and for the supervisors it's 2.5 days. Okay. For any 201 employee that took the HR practitioner class, just a reminder that you still have to complete the performance management for employees. So you still have to do that for the 1.5 day. So you still have to schedule that. You need to complete your NSPS 101. Okay, I also provided your division chief a list of the employees that have not completed that course. Now, maybe you did it through NSPS. If you did and you have your certificate, just submit that certificate to the LMS box, and then your training records will be updated. But if you haven't, you must complete that before you register to the performance management for employees or supervisors. We are going to start a pilot in Battle Creek on job objectives. Job objectives is very, very important under NSPS. So on the week of November 26th, it's going to be Wednesday afternoon and Friday afternoon. Battle Creek is going to have a workshop on job objectives. We're going to try it there, but we are talking to the contractors. We are going to see how we can accommodate that type of training on the classes that we already have scheduled. Do you have any questions? My understanding is that your training coordinator is Brenda Evans, but I will suggest that before you do anything, you might want to talk to your supervisor because they have to list the training schedules and your name. If you completed the NSPS 101, let them know so they can take you out of the list. Okay. Any questions? Okay, thank you.
Okay, again, anything from our remote sites? Any questions you have for us? You are welcome to stay on the line. As always, we just have 3 items from a DTC Columbus perspective that will be happening on the installation. So, anything from you all or anyone here? Well, Kathy and I would certainly like to wish all of you a very happy Thanksgiving and a safe holiday. So for those of you that we'll see next week, we'll personally wish you that. For others who are off and you may be traveling or staying here in town, I'll be glad that you'll have time to spend with your family. And again, you know, we wish you a happy holiday and through December as well. So, okay. All right, well, you're welcome to stay on the line, and we've got a couple Columbus items. And anybody else? Okay. We have a combined federal campaign update, and Lisa, I understand you're going to be sharing a few words with us. So.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Connie and William couldn't come this morning, so they've asked me to provide you with a CFC update today. I want to start with telling you how proud I am of this organization, not just because of the great work that we do, but because of how generous we are. I've been with DTC for a long time, a very long time, and I can tell you that in all the years that I've been here, we've always met and almost always exceeded our goal. And I know that this year, since they've increased it to match really what we contributed last year, it's made it a little tougher for us. We have a $15,000 goal this year, and currently we're at 62%. I know that we have one more fundraiser left today. It's our silent auction for a basket. Well, at least I thought we had one more. I think we can take the video from this morning and sell it.
Hey, no, if that appears anywhere, no.
And I actually think we might raise more money being paid not to sell it. In particular, Mr. Fiddler, with his pom-pom, will probably provide us with a lot of funds. But anyways, I just want us to focus. We still have some time left. We don't have to have our pledge cards in until the 12th of December. So anyone who hasn't had an opportunity, please take the time and get that filled out and get that submitted. I know that we can still meet the goal that we have. Like I said, we're a very generous organization. And I know that there are a lot of us that have benefited from CFC. Maybe not directly, but through family members or friends. I have a mother and a sister who are breast cancer survivors, and I know that the reason they're still here is because people have contributed to research, to different organizations, and so I feel very strongly about this. So I'd really appreciate it if everybody would just dig a little deeper. Make sure you come to the conference room today. Our final bidding is at 12:15. We've got some great baskets in there. We've had a lot of fun this year. We just have a little further to go, so if you can, please fill out those pledge cards and come bid on those baskets. I'm especially proud of the DTTM basket. I was talking some smack this week and
It's beautiful. It is.
about how we were going to try and come up with the best basket this year. But anyways, I do want to thank everybody that's contributed so far. And like I said, I think we can still meet our goal. If you have any questions, Connie and William will be back. Remember too, this is probably one of those few tax deductions that we get to take. I know at my age, my children are grown and gone, and the IRS doesn't believe me anymore when I try to tell them that my cats a dependent. So you can write that off on your taxes. Thank you very much, and like I said, if you have any questions, check with Connie and Bill. William.
Thanks, Lisa. Yeah, I'd like to echo Lisa's thanks to everyone here. And it's always been my experience, too, that we have such a great group of folks. I think every day, and Karen and I just had a discussion this morning about how important it is to work with folks who really do care about each other. A lot of you do things for our community. That is rare. I know sometimes we sort of think that happens everywhere, and it doesn't. Some of your families are fortunate that your family members work somewhere where they have a great environment as well. But, I love working for DTC and having you, here every day and knowing how much you truly care about each other. So again, thanks for all of the support that you've provided. One item from an installation perspective, the Lieutenant Governor of Ohio, Mr. Fisher, will be on base on November 21st, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, and DTC will have an opportunity to be in the command conference room with the Lieutenant Governor, and we'll talk about two topics. Kathy is set to discuss developing our future workforce and our partnerships with the SEC and educational partnerships that we have. So we'll be honored to sit with the Lieutenant Governor during his tour here at DSCC. We have a holiday party update, and I understand Angie has a few remarks. So, Angie.
Okay. It's the holiday time, and I just want to give you a couple updates on what's happening with locally with the holiday party for DSCC as well as DTC. There are a couple of center-wide holiday parties. It's a free function for all center employees. There'll be free food, door prizes. The DSCC choir will be singing. That is in Building 21 on Tuesday, December 11th from 2 to 4. So that is the DFAS building. They are having a DJ provide Christmas music for all attendees. And in Building 20, it's going to be on Thursday, December 13th from 2 to 4, and they are having a karaoke setup. So if anybody has karaoke skills and you want to go over and sing, have at it. But the real party, the best party of all, is on Friday, December 14th at the Funny Bone. That's our Christmas party. And we have had a Christmas committee who volunteered to get together and talk about door prizes, talk about the gift exchange. Do we want to do a fundraiser and things like that? For this year, because we have already booked the Funny Bone, we are doing the Funny Bone on December 14th. I don't know exactly right off the top of my head who the comedian is, but Debbie Howard has said that he has traveled around pretty good. I'm not sure if it's Comic View and other places that he's been on, but it should be very good this year. It will be a PG comedy show, so that no one is offended on anything. So if you want, I'm sure, the rated R version or anything other than that, you'll have to go back Friday night or Saturday to get that. TJ has taken the lead to work with David Stroop, who is the manager of the Funny Bone. And David is working to give us a great menu. I'm told the menu will be prime rib again this year, chicken and the salad, the New York style cheesecake, your coffee, tea, and sodas and things like that. Of course, you know, there is always a cash bar. We are working on the price, so that is where it comes down to our fundraiser. If you were to go to the Funny Bone anytime during the holidays and get that same menu, it would cost $36 per person. We're working to get that cost as low as possible. And one of the ways we do that is to offset it by a DTC fundraiser. So next Wednesday, not this coming Wednesday, the Wednesday after Thanksgiving, I believe that might be the 28th of November, we are going to have a DTC fundraiser where we, the committee, are bringing in the meat. We're going to have pork roast, sliced down, and bourbon chicken. And we're asking the folks, all of you, to bring in a dessert or a side dish. All right, it's strictly voluntary. There will be no drinks. You can get your drinks out of the vending machine, or if you have drinks at your desk. But we're asking those who would like to participate, if you want to, bring a side dish or a dessert. And then we're going to, I don't know if we're going to set a price for the menu or if we'll just take donations like we have in the past. Whatever we get, the benefit of that is that it offsets the cost for everybody for those tickets. So we're trying really hard to get those ticket costs down to the $10 and $12. All right. An update from the July picnic. As you know, the door was broke over at the Whitehall Park, so the money from CWC ended up going to pay for the door. All right, the glass. Okay, so that bill has been paid. So we get one fundraiser for the Christmas party, one official fundraiser. Okay. Are there any questions?
I'm sorry, I missed the date for this.
November 28th. It will be in the main conference room. That's our fundraiser. Be in the main conference room. That's our potluck. Friday, December 14th is the Christmas party. And what you have in front of you is a survey, because it's very important as we finish out this year, before we get to the Funny Bone on December 14th, TJ has to let David Stroop know what our plans are for next year, because it books up very fast. So in front of you, you've been asked a survey, given a survey. Would you prefer to have the 2008 Christmas party at the Funny Bone? Just select yes or no. If the answer is no for next year's party, do you have a suggested venue? Another option. Do you want to continue next year with one fundraiser to help offset the cost of the party? Would you also prefer to continue the gift exchange? This year we will have a gift exchange. We've set a $10 limit on it. We're going to do the, we're not doing the left, right, because things get spilled and knocked over. I think I almost knocked the candle over last year. So this year we're going to do the one where you steal the gift from the other party. And also, do you have a suggested dollar amount for the gift? All right, is $10 too high or is it too low? And these can be great gifts. They can be gag gifts. You can re-gift a gift. It tends to be very interesting. So we hope to continue the great parties that we've always had. I know DHRC, DSCC, particularly has heard about our parties. I've been contacted by DSCC employees wanting to get in on our gig. No. Please let us know before we start the plan next year. Like I said, we have to let David Stroop know that day whether we're going to book for next year. We also need to know whether you're planning on coming to this year's Christmas party and if you're bringing a guest. You can bring a guest, a spouse, or a child, someone in the immediate family, as long as they are over the 18 limit, age limit. No small children. And I think that's it. Did I miss anything, Debbie? Debbie is going to send out an electronic email to ask you whether or not you are planning on participating. This is just so we can get a head count. And then we will need your money turned in. We'll have a final cost for you probably by the end of the business day on the 28th, when we see how much we've raised. We'll have a good cost for you, and then you can start paying. We're going to set up 3 people as a POC, so if you want to buy tickets to come, you can go ahead and pay those folks. But I think David Stroop will need the money by December 10th or 11th. Okay? Anything? Did I miss anything? Okay, turn these in. If you have a pen and pencil, You can fill these out today, turn them into TJ. You don't have to put your name on it. These are anonymous. Just fold them up and give them to TJ or Lisa. Thank you.
Thanks, Ann.
Angie, question.
Yes.
This is Mary.
Oh, hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary.
The survey for TDY a lot.
I've already filled yours out, Mary. No, I'm just kidding. I'll leave it on your desk. Are you going to be in next week?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll leave it on your desk, or I can send it to you via email.
Whatever it is, you can leave it on the desk and I can turn it in whatever we need to turn it
That
in.
would be great.
Thanks, Angie.
Thanks.
Thanks, Ann.
Uh-huh.
Okay, any other questions?
Did everybody get one?
Before we go? Yeah. Yes, Steph?
Do you know anything about the people moving in next door to us?
Pardon me?
Do you know anything about the people moving in next door?
No. I personally don't. I haven't heard anything about the folks. Does anyone know anything about next door?